It was a quiet day in a small shelter on the edge of town, a place where animals who had faced the worst of circumstances waited for a second chance. Among the many animals that came and went, two stood out, unforgettable in their bond. A dog named Max, a golden retriever mix, and a cat named Luna, a gray tabby with striking green eyes. They didn't belong together at first glance. Max was large, strong, and exuberant, while Luna was small, quiet, and cautious. But their story would prove that sometimes the most unlikely friendships are the ones that stand the test of time. Max had arrived at the shelter on a rainy afternoon, filthy and bruised. His fur was matted, and he carried the scars of neglect on his body. It was clear he had been through a lot. The shelter workers weren't sure of his past, but it was evident he was a survivor. Despite everything he had endured, Max was gentle and affectionate. When he saw people, his eyes were full of hope, as if he knew that one day he would find the love he deserved. Luna, on the other hand, had been found wandering the streets, malnourished and scared. She had been abandoned by her previous owners and left to fend for herself. Her fur was thin and her ribs showed through her skin. Luna was terrified of everything: loud noises, sudden movements, even the presence of other animals. The shelter workers did their best to comfort her, but she spent most of her time hiding in the corner of her cage, her eyes filled with fear. One morning, a worker at the shelter named Sarah was tasked with cleaning the cages of the animals. As she walked down the rows of pens, she noticed something strange. Max and Luna, who had been placed in separate areas, were staring at each other from across the room. There was a connection between them, an unspoken bond that neither of them seemed to fully understand but couldn't deny. Sarah, who had been working at the shelter for years, had never seen anything quite like it. The two animals were drawn to each other in a way that was impossible to ignore. At first, the workers weren't sure if they should allow Max and Luna to interact. They had never seen a dog and a cat form a bond like this before. But there was something about their connection that felt special, something that told Sarah they needed to be together. After careful consideration, she made the decision to let them meet. The moment they were allowed to interact, it was clear that something magical was happening. Max approached Luna slowly, his tail wagging in the gentle way that dogs do when they want to show they mean no harm. Luna, though nervous, didn't retreat. Instead, she cautiously sniffed the air, her ears flicking in curiosity. Max, sensing her hesitation, sat down on the floor and waited patiently for her to make the first move. Luna took a few tentative steps forward, her eyes locked on Max's, and then, without warning, she climbed onto his back. It was an unexpected gesture, but one that Max accepted without hesitation. The workers who witnessed this moment were in awe. It was as if Max and Luna had found a kindred spirit in each other. From that day on, they were inseparable. Every time they were let out of their pens, Max and Luna would seek each other out, playing together and comforting each other. Max's gentle nature brought Luna out of her shell, and Luna's quiet presence calmed Max in a way nothing else could. It was the beginning of a friendship that would change both of their lives forever. As the weeks passed, Max and Luna began to thrive. Max, who had once been too scared to trust people, became more confident and affectionate. He would wag his tail excitedly whenever a visitor came to the shelter, hoping that today would be the day he found his forever home. Luna, too, started to show signs of improvement. She would no longer hide in the corner of her cage, and instead, she would sit by the window watching the world go by with a newfound sense of curiosity. The workers at the shelter, especially Sarah, became emotionally invested in Max and Luna's journey. She had seen many animals come and go over the years, but there was something about these two that made her believe in the power of second chances. She spent extra time with them, playing with them and giving them the love they had been missing for so long. She watched as their bond grew stronger, and it was clear that Max and Luna were meant to be together. One day, a couple walked into the shelter looking for a dog. They had recently lost their beloved pet and were hoping to find another companion. Sarah introduced them to Max, who immediately charmed them with his friendly demeanor and gentle nature. They spent some time with him, taking him for a walk and talking to him, but there was something about the visit that felt incomplete. As they were getting ready to leave, Sarah had an idea. "Would you like to meet one more animal?" she asked. The couple agreed, curious about what Sarah had in mind. Sarah led them to the area where Max and Luna spent most of their time together. As soon as they saw the two animals, the couple's hearts melted. Max and Luna were curled up together, resting peacefully. It was clear that they had become more than just companions, they were family. The couple was taken aback. "Are they together?" the woman asked, her voice filled with wonder. Sarah smiled and nodded. "Yes, they are. They've been through so much together and they've formed an incredible bond. I think they belong together." The couple, having seen firsthand the love between Max and Luna, knew they couldn't separate them. They decided to adopt both of them, ensuring that they would stay together forever. It was a decision that felt right, as if fate had brought them together. Max and Luna's new home was everything they had dreamed of. The couple had a large backyard where Max could run and play, and plenty of windows for Luna to watch the outside world from the comfort of her favorite perch. They gave the animals all the love and care they had been missing for so long. Max and Luna flourished in their new environment, and their bond only grew stronger. Every day they proved to the world that love knows no boundaries, no matter how different you may seem. As the months passed, Max and Luna continued to be the best of friends. They would spend their days exploring the yard, chasing each other, and cuddling up together on the couch at night. Max would often nudge Luna with his nose, urging her to join him in a game of fetch, while Luna would respond by gently swatting at his tail, a playful glint in her eyes. They had become more than just companions, they were family in every sense of the word. The couple who adopted them often marveled at the bond between the two animals. They had never seen anything like it before. Max and Luna were always there for each other, through thick and thin. If one of them was feeling down, the other would be right by their side, offering comfort and companionship. It was a reminder of the power of friendship and the incredible resilience of animals. Max and Luna's journey from the shelter to their forever home was one of hope, healing, and the incredible power of love. They had both been through so much in their lives, yet together they found a sense of peace and happiness they had never known. Their story became an inspiration to everyone who met them, a testament to the fact that no matter how difficult life may be, there is always the possibility of a fresh start, a new beginning filled with love, laughter, and friendship. And so Max and Luna's journey continues, one filled with adventures, laughter, and the unwavering bond that only true friends can share. They will always be there for each other, reminding us all that sometimes the best friendships are the ones that are born out of adversity, and that love in all its forms is the greatest gift of all.